That's fatal.
How's it going, Fatal Family? Patch 1.19 is here, and it brings a whole lot of nothing. That's right, a whole lot of nothing. If you expected universe mode fixes, or fixes for my GM mode, or a fix for a specific bug that only you're experiencing and you think everyone else is experiencing, well, you're getting none of that. The only thing that they did fix is Hulk Hogan's beard, because that has been like a reoccurring issue with every update. So as we say, as is tradition, I'm sure patch 1.20 is also going to break Hogan's beard just to be fixed in 21. And I'm not kidding, guys, that right there is the whole patch notes. They just fixed Hogan's beard, and that is it. They did add a bunch of MyFaction models and attires. That is pretty common for post-DLC when it comes to the wrestling games. Every update post-DLC is always just MyFaction updates. Now, what did MyFaction include for you MyFaction fans out there? Well, What's the Status was able to dive into the files and see what was added to MyFaction, so shout out What's the Status. He found that Alexa Bliss Dark was added to MyFaction, pretty much looking like her WWE 2K23 model, which I don't know why it wasn't included in 2K23. Lily the Doll. Now, when it comes to Lily the Doll, we actually knew this was coming like a while ago. You can actually download a Lily the Doll, create a wrestler on the community creations, and I've covered it before. But this right here is the actual Lily Doll. Now, the one you can download in the community creations does come with Lily the Doll's hidden commentary. So if you want the commentary on a Lily Caw, you can download that. I've covered it before.
So Byron, don't freak out, but we are in fact calling a match that involves a life-size doll.
Why would Saxton freak out? He already has like 10 life-size dolls in his closet.
Yeah, but Byron calls those girlfriends. This is a much different case. The ever-creepy Lily wants to deliver pain and agony.
And then there's Alexa Bliss, a commanding opponent both mentally and physically.
Throughout her career, Alexa Bliss has succeeded by throwing her opponents off their games, often before the bell rings. Elevating her mastery of mind games, Bliss has proven too much for many superstars.
Check out the video in the description for that Lily. But we finally have a look on how Lily the Doll looks like. And it actually looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it looks creepy as hell seeing a life-size Lily, but the detail on it is really good. It's as detailed as action figure John Cena was. And just like action figure John Cena, this Lily is only for MyFaction. But like I said, they put a lot of detail into it, and when it comes to like a detail standpoint, I must say it looks really good. If you want to know what it looks like if you unmask the Lily Doll using PC, well, this is what it looks like. It's pretty much Alexa Bliss just with floating Lily hair. The next one that was added into MyFaction was Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. Now this one here hurts. This one here hit me right here. I was like, oh man, Big Papa Pump is a MyFaction exclusive and I can't play as him. Now, I'm not really surprised though. I was actually more surprised on the people's reactions to Big Papa Pump being MyFaction exclusive, because the marketing leading up to 2K23, they straight out told you that different gimmicks, different variations of superstars will be in MyFaction only. And they straight up told you, well, I'll put it on the screen. I actually called it out too. I said that most likely we're going to get a Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner as a MyFaction exclusive. I called this out like months ago before 2K23 even came out. I'm sure I'll edit in a snippet of me talking about that. It looks like 2K is going to go even harder with that in 2K23. And some examples I can just think of the top of my head is, if we have Bray Wyatt in the base game as DLC, well, they can just add the Fiend into MyFaction. If we have Scott Steiner from the Steiner Bros in the base game as DLC, they can just add Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner in MyFaction, and so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? So this is going to entice players to really buy MyFaction packs just to play as these superstars in MyFaction. Because even if they come out with a Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner and you buy that pack for MyFaction, you can't play as Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner in Exhibition. You are stuck playing as him in MyFaction only and MyFaction Online only. So I'm more surprised why 2K creators are like super surprised by this, right? 2K was always planning on doing some scummy shit like this when it comes to different gimmicks and variations in MyFaction only. It was always the plan, so I'm not surprised. Am I bummed about it? Of course I am, you know what I mean? Like, seeing the model now, it's such a great looking model, and it sucks that I can't play as him in my game. I'm 100% getting 2K24 on PC next year. I see all this content that I'm missing out on, especially with the whole content damage on it, and it's forcing my hand. Like, now I have to get the game on PC, right? With 2K22, it wasn't a big issue because content damage could have been bypassed, so these models would have been able to have been downloaded and used. But with 2K23, they took like extra precautions and extra measures to make sure that if you bypassed it the first time, like 2K22, there's another security measure there that you can't bypass. And trust me, What's the Status has been trying. We talk in Discord and shit, and he's been trying, man, and it's just a roadblock, right? But he has not stopped trying. So yeah, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, MyFaction only. Next up, we have Bad Bunny 23. Now, this right here is the only one that isn't content damage blocked, but it does have a DLC tag on it, right? It's flagged as DLC. Now this is based off his Backlash look. It's a completely different model as What's the Status shows. It's not the same model as the pre-order bonus, and it has a different DLC flag on it, right? So the Bad Bunny that you got with pre-ordering, but now you can still also buy separately, was called the Bad Bunny bonus pack. This one here is called the Bad Bunny Edition bonus pack. So it has Edition in it, and it will come with, as you can see, Superstar Bad Bunny Backlash 23, the Puerto Rico LWO shirt, and the MyFaction Bad Bunny Evo card, as well as Bad Bunny themed team customizations. Now the LWO shirt looks like this. Very nice LWO shirt. And I know what you're wondering. Oh wait, I can buy this right now. No, the DLC pack is not out yet. There's no release date for it. This right here was just an asset you can see on PC of if you bought the pack. Like when you buy the pack, this is the asset of that, of course, telling you that you purchased it. So no, you can't buy it yet. On PC, you can play as the model because you can play as anything on PC. But yeah, you can't buy the Bad Bunny pack yet. We don't know if it's going to come out yet. We don't know if it's going to be canceled. We don't know if it'll be a MyFaction exclusive. Like, who knows? But it does not have a MyFaction tag on it. It's a DLC tag, so it won't be locked. And if you're also wondering, what about his theme song? Is Chambea going to be there? No, Chambea is not going to be there. He still has the song Booker T as his entrance music. And some of you also might be wondering, why Bad Bunny DLC all of a sudden? Well, he did drop a new album recently, so it could be celebrating that, right? That's my best bet. Next up, there was a Clutch Time Miz. The model looks pretty much the same, except that he's rocking his All-Star Celebrity NBA jersey, and the attire actually looks pretty good in-game. It sucks that attires are also locked behind MyFaction, but Clutch Time Miz, for some reason we got that. Maybe they did like a little partnership with the NBA because, you know, the NBA official logo is on the jersey as well as on the card. So they had to have had some sort of partnership there. And it looks like Clutch Time Miz will be part of a live event for MyFaction. The Fiend Bray Wyatt's slot was completely removed from the game, from the in-game data, and it was probably due to respecting the Rotunda family's wishes. That's my best guess. And besides that, that right there was patch 1.19. Now, What's the Status has since uploaded Alexa Bliss Dark, well, a recreation of her, using her in-game model. So he edited her in-game model. Use the hashtag Alexa Dark. Now this Alexa will come with a custom render, hidden commentary for Alexa Bliss Dark. The ring announcer name will be Alexa. It comes with Alexa Bliss's dark paint and makeup. It comes with her 2K22 dark attire recreated, as well as an attire slot too. It comes with the custom The Fiend Alexa Bliss attire. This will be a separate COD, but if you want, you can set it as an alt attire to Alexa Bliss in-game, but that's completely up to you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. That right there was patch 1.19. I wasn't going to cover it, but then I thought, you know what, there's probably people wondering why is Scott Steiner only MyFaction, and they completely forgot that during the marketing, 2K23 was pretty much telling us right in front of us that that's what their plan was from the start. So I just wanted to clear the air with that. Expect more gimmicks to be in MyFaction leading up to 2K24, and in 2K24, expect it even more, and expect even more content damage security measures, even if What's the Status bypasses the current ones. It's going to be an endless battle like that. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe, notifications on, and I'll catch you next video. Fiddle Steven out. Peace.